Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to the Breslov weekly Parsha, Tetzaveh. In this Shabbos, we have a bonus Parshas Zohar. So let's see if we could understand a little bit how it applies to us today. First of all, there's Tetzaveh. It talks about bringing oil, pure oil, for the candelabrum, the menorah in the temple. Then it speaks about the clothes, how to make the clothes of the Kohen and the Kohen Gadol. They're separate. A regular Kohen has 4 different types of clothes, and the Kohen Gadol has 8. And then the Parsha almost ends with the dedication, the day of dedicating what we're supposed to do, the Mishkan, the sanctuary, what kind of sacrifices we're going to bring. And then the Torah finalizes, the Parsha finalizes with the daily sacrifice and the ketoret, sweet-smelling spices in the temple. This is the parsha of the week, and the first thing we have to have is the menorah. We have to have pure oil. Why pure oil? Because the menorah, the candelabrum, represents the brain and the face and the head. The menorah has 7 branches, right? A head has 7 apertures, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, and a mouth. That's 7. The menorah represents the head. That's what the Zohar says. 7 apertures represent the 7 holes in the head, right? The 7 apertures. And the Torah is telling us you need bright, pure oil in order to light the candelabrum. Purity, right? Because if not, your mind is filled with garbage. Your mind is filled with materialism. You have to have pure oil. You have to have purity in order to light your head. If your mind is pure, then what your eyes see, you will look for purity. You will not look at impurities or lust or anything else like that. If your ears are pure, you don't listen to slander or to lies. You don't believe in it. You don't have any connection with it. Your mind is pure. If not, then there's junk that goes into your head. The nostrils, same thing. If they're clean and pure, you will smell all the good smells that there are in this world. If not, you're going to have putrid smells in anything that you do. Something's not going to smell right. And the mouth, of course, the mouth is one. The Yerushalmi in Shabbos, Shimon ben Yochai asks, a man was created with only one mouth. Why not have 2 mouths so that we can speak that much more Torah? And he answers, because with one mouth, you do a lot of speaking that doesn't help mankind at all. Slander, falsehood, flattery, lies, mockery, so on and so forth. So it's enough that we have one mouth. Anyway, that's the candelabrum. The clothes of the Kohen. The Gemara in Zvochem tells us that all the different clothes of the Kohen were meant to bring forgiveness for the Jewish nation. The Kohen Gadol donned his 8 clothes. He had pants, he had shirt, he had a tzitz, a head plate, he had the breastplate, he had the me'il, the cloak, which had bells on it. He had the tzedakah, the special hat, and so on. Each one is meant to forgive for certain sins, right? Belt was to forgive for immorality. pants for immorality, the head plate for uh, their thoughts and whatnot. I don't remember everything, I have to tell you that, but the hat, the special hat, the mitznefet, it was called, right? It was made to forgive for arrogance, and so on and so forth. The idea is that a person, the way you dress, Kohen Gadol dressed royally. That's the important part. Dress with special garments. And every person, the garments that we wear, they also represent the garments of the Kohen Gadol, in a sense. In the sense that we wear them for modesty, we wear them for our glorification. You're not supposed to go around dirty. Rabbi Nachman says a person has to pay a price for walking around in dirty, torn clothing, right? And the dirt represents the sins that we commit. That's what we have to cleanse our minds, our hearts, our bodies from. So the clothes of the Kohen Gadol represent a value of purity, like the oil. It represents purity so that we should learn to live like human beings, not like animals in the street, walk around. I mean, I find it amazing that people buy a pair of jeans. And then there are jeans that come pre-cut. They have holes in them. And you pay more for those jeans than you pay for a regular pair of jeans. Right? Does that make sense? That's the way some people are. They have to show that they have holes in their clothes, they have holes in their souls, they have holes in their heart. That's the way people are. So let it happen. Whatever they do, they do. But whatever we do, we should be careful to dress like human beings with dignity, with honor, with respect for ourselves and for others. Then there's the dedications, the consecrations of the sanctuary, certain sacrifices that we have to bring. Last week we spoke about the sanctuary. Sanctuary is made to forgive, right? But it's not just enough to build the sanctuary. We have to dedicate it with something. Now, we have to take animals, sacrifice them. The blood has to be cast upon the mizbeach, upon the altar, right? Because really, let's be honest with ourselves. Unless you put effort into something, you're not really going to see the results of what you do. It's the effort that you put in that makes it all worthwhile. And that's what the Torah is teaching us. Therefore, the Parsha ends, it concludes with daily sacrifice, because we have to be prepared every day to sacrifice something for Hashem. And, no less important, is the ketoret, the sweet-smelling spice. Now, the Zohar says, and Rabbi Nachman brings it in lesson 24, that the ketoret is the greatest of all the sacrifices. Why? Because the ketoret goes down deep into the bowels of the other side, in the bowels of impurity, and it elevates from there all the lost souls, and it keeps on elevating them before Hashem. And the ketoret reaches up to the infinite, the light of the infinite, which is Hashem. Right? What happens is that there are souls that have committed sins. That's why we need the sanctuary. And these souls become lost. They end up in the realm of the other side, of the Satan of the other side. Right? And the ketoret was made up of 11 spices. Now, in holiness, we know there are 10 spices. there are 10 sephiros, there are 10 energies, 10 spiritual energies. Why 11? Why does the Torahs have 11? Because just as in holiness you have 10 spheres, you have that in the realm of impurity too. But impurity on itself cannot last. It needs some spark of holiness to sustain it. And that's why there are 11 spices. It has 10 spices, 10 energies of the other side, and it has one extra spark of holiness that sustains it. So that when we look around the world and we see the media, or we see the entertainment areas, or we see a lot of people doing things that are totally immoral and uh, illegal and so on, there has to be a spark of holiness there. The Ketoret is so powerful, it could reach into those realms and help elevate those lost souls who have uh, traveled and gone lost in these places. So this is the essence of the Parsha, looking for forgiveness, looking for purity, and understanding that there is a realm of impurity, and we may end up there doing things wrong. But there is always hope. That's what Rabbi Nachman teaches. There is never an issue to give up hope. There is always hope to be found. There is always hope that we can come back and turn to Hashem. And if we do so, then we will merit the coming of Mashiach, the building of the Beis Hamikdash, the ingathering of the exiles. Amen. Amen. We want to thank you all for watching these videos. We hope it's helped you, the ideas of Rabbi Nachman, Rabbi Nosson, and it'll enhance your Shabbos. You'll have something extra to talk about. We hope you'll be able to share these ideas with other people too. And with that, we're going to see wonders upon wonders, how people's lives improve, and we have real reason to live, go forward with life, and to succeed in having a wonderful life. Amen.